Candle, the house on Elmridge Lane? Won the call. Cassie Dorn hadn't been back to Elmridge in 15 years, not since her cousin Mallory vanished without a trace one summer night. Now, at 31, she was a seasoned investigative journalist, known for exposing hidden crimes in forgotten towns. But she had never written about Elmridge. Until now. "You'll want to see the house," Sheriff Keene had said over the phone. "Someone's been inside it." And the light in the attic turned on by itself. Her blood ran cold. No one had lived there since Mallory disappeared. The house had been abandoned, sealed. The family had moved out and away from the shame. But Cassie couldn't say no. The past had been waiting for her. 2. The locked house. The house loomed large at the end of Elmridge Lane, surrounded by tall pines and fog. The air was colder here. Time itself seemed heavier. She noticed the door was chained shut just like before, but there were fresh footprints in the muddy porch. Inside, Mallory's room remained preserved in a dusty silence. The wallpaper was peeling. Her pink shoes were still by the bed. But it was the cracked mirror that made Cassie shudder. Scrawled across it in red lipstick, "I never left." 3. Whispers in the attic. That night, Cassie stayed at a local motel but couldn't sleep. At 2:13 a.m. she sat upright, drenched in sweat. She swore she heard someone whisper her name. "Cassie, come home." In the morning she returned to the house. She found a music box playing by itself in Mallory's room. She hadn't touched it. No one had. And then she heard it, soft, dragging footsteps above her. The attic. Cassie climbed slowly. Her flashlight flickered. The air was suffocating. She reached the top and froze. In the center of the attic was a chair. And on it sat a doll, old, dirty, missing one eye. A tag around its neck read, "For Mallory. Love H.C. Henry Caldwell." For the man who built walls. Back at the town records office, Cassie dug deeper. Henry Caldwell had worked as a contractor on several houses in town, including her aunt's. But what chilled her was this. 3 homes he'd worked on had later become crime scenes involving missing teenage girls. Mallory may have discovered this before she vanished. Cassie checked the dates. Caldwell had been remodeling the basement in the weeks before Mallory's disappearance. No one had searched it thoroughly. 5. The hidden room. Cassie returned with a crowbar. Behind the old pantry wall, she found a hidden staircase leading to a second basement. It smelled of rust and damp rot. On the walls, old chains still hung, some with frayed fabric trapped in the clasps. Then she saw the mural. Painted in blood and dirt. 3 girls. No faces. No eyes. All reaching toward the stairs. Cassie fled, but not before hearing a slow, ragged breath echo behind her. 6. Mallory's diary. Cassie slept in her car that night, haunted by dreams of her cousin standing in the hallway, mouthing words she couldn't hear. The next morning she found Mallory's diary hidden in the floorboards beneath her old bed. The entries were shaky, terrified. "He's in the house at night. He hides behind the walls. I heard him singing in the vents. He said if I told anyone he'd put me in the dark room too." Then the last line barely legible. "Cassie, if you're reading this, run." 7. The secret town pact. Cassie pushed harder. She questioned old neighbors. Most looked away. But one woman finally spoke. Mrs. Nettie, who lived across the street, whispered. They all knew, sweetheart. Sheriff Keene, the town council. They knew Caldwell was hurting girls. But they were afraid of scandal. They sealed the house, and buried the truth with it. Cassie's hand shook. Sheriff Keene hadn't brought her here to help. He brought her to end it. 8. The blood beneath the floor. That night, Cassie went back one final time, with a camera, a crowbar, and a bottle of whiskey. She tore through the basement floor. Beneath the stairs, encased in concrete, were 3 skeletons. One wore a silver bracelet Cassie had given Mallory when they were 12. And behind the bones, scrawled in fingernail scratches on the stone wall, were the words, "Still watching." Cassie turned and saw a face in the mirror. Mallory's. She was crying. 9. The fire. The house didn't want her to leave. Doors slammed shut. The mirror shattered. Something grabbed her ankle on the stairs. Cassie barely escaped with her life. The house caught fire that night. Locals said it was arson. Others said they saw a girl in white standing in the window, staring as flames consumed the house. The bones were recovered. Mallory was finally buried. So were the other girls. 10. I never left. Cassie wrote her article. It won her awards. It got Sheriff Keene removed. But she never went back to Elmridge. Not physically. Because every year, on the night of June 3rd at exactly 2:13 a.m., her phone buzzes. No number. Just a message on the screen. Cassie, it's me. I'm still here. And when she checks the mirror, Mallory is always watching.